But Antonio Gibson lives again. 64 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 14 yards. So, Simon, we'll start with you here. Is this an opportunity to sell high on Antonio Gibson? Or are you holding and expecting similar production for the rest of the year?
It is so baffling to me. Antonio Gibson, who has disappeared and disappointed all year, puts together this game against the Buccaneers rush defense. Like, of all weeks to come out and put together a game like this was probably the week he was benched the most. Like, 9 weeks disappointing. He goes against one of the best rush defenses in the entire league and has a 2 touchdown game. Absolutely nuts. Now, that being said, yeah, I agree. Or the first thing you said, I would be trying to sell Antonio Gibson if at all possible in redraft leagues right now. Yes, he did have the 2 touchdown game, but he only had 64 yards on 24 carries. That's less than 3 yards a carry. It's not like he was wildly efficient on the ground. He just got the touchdowns, and that saved his game. I'm not expecting this kind of performance from Antonio Gibson going forward. This isn't a precursor to what I expect rest of season. I think Jarrett Patterson will still be involved. JD McKissick's still the receiving back. This was just a great game for Gibson.
Great game for Gibson.
Yeah. So it's really, there's so many factors here. He only had 2.6 yards per carry, but again, it was against a great defense. And for some reason they decided to give him 24 carries, by far his most carries of the season. And he has this slightly fractured chin. So I'm trying to think about this. Do I sell high? Maybe he's overcoming the injury a little bit. I don't know how he's doing that mid-season, but they're deciding to give him all this work all of a sudden. I wish he was a little bit more involved in the passing game. If it was me personally, yeah, if I could get a return for Antonio Gibson off the back of this game, I would be selling.
Jail?
Yeah, I think that's fine. If you can he's like a sell high if you can. You know, I don't know that you'll be able to, and if not, I think he's a fine hold too. I agree with Josh. The 24 attempts is definitely we haven't seen that in since week 5. He had the closest thing was he had 20 attempts. So the last 3 or 4 weeks, not including their bye week, he just hasn't been getting that many attempts. So what does that mean? Either the coaching staff or him are more confident in his ability to not get injured here.
So.
Yeah.
Staying on the same team, just curious here. Antonio Gibson or Terry McLaurin? Would you trade Gibson straight up for McLaurin right now?
I'd rather McLaurin. McLaurin. Yeah, not taking into account positional scarcity here.
Right. Yeah. Same.
Just wanted to see where that temperature check was.
Yeah, and I'm with you guys. I think I wouldn't trade Antonio Gibson at a discount, but if you can get, somebody who's healthy, I'm concerned about, like you said, Josh, that shin injury. Everything that I've read, all the doctors are saying that this isn't something that's going to get better until he's able to take time off. It's not going to happen until the end of the year. So I'm with you. I think your sell window is opened up. Don't necessarily, give him up for 50 cents on the dollar, but it's something you should explore.
How about for Fournette? I would take Fournette.
Josh, would you please stop taking my questions?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this game stats right now, and I'm like comparing the two.
I think I would take Fournette, honestly, just because I'm concerned about that shin holding up the rest of the season.
Fournette, what was it? 8 receptions? That's nuts. I'll take the guy involved in the receiving game.
Yeah, I will too. That sucks to say, but yeah, I will.
It's crazy. I'll take Fournette.
Yeah, Maria bringing up low numbers for JD McKissick today. Yeah, 2 carries for 4 yards, 4 receptions on 4 targets for 35 yards. That is interesting. The usage between Gibson and McKissick is, I think, very interesting in this game. Do you guys expect that to stay like this moving forward? Do you expect to see McKissick get as involved as he was earlier in the season?
I think it's a game script thing. They were up most of the game, and they didn't need their pass catching back in as much. They needed their rushing back in, which is not something they're used to. And I don't think it's anything, and no one expected it.
I was going to say, and I fully projected them to be struggling in the rush game, be down and have to pass the ball. This seemed like it screamed a McKissick game, and here we go with Antonio Gibson.
DeAndre Carter got 6 targets. He got more than McKissick. What sense does that make?